Hey, I'm live. How about that one? All right. Dug out some old books I had, or some books I had, however you want to phrase it, and rebagged and boarded, um, adding them to my app. All right. And this is, let's see if I can do this right. We got Claws. What's this one? Number 3 of 3. All right. Picked this up a while back, but this is fresh bag, fresh board. All right. Got that one. We got Wolverine 77, Volume 2. I think this is, believe it, this to be. Actually, I like that run a lot. All right, let's see. 105. Yeah, 105. Right there. All right, now we have Uncanny X-Men. These are all fresh bagged and boarded. They're going in my, trying to reorganize, get everything right. So we got 242 Uncanny X-Men. Inferno. All right. We got 270, the variant. This book's seen better days, but it is what it is. We got issue 275. Issue 290. Issue 320. $362. $363. $354. I like this cover. $333. You got Gambit and Jean Grey there. All right, so we got that one. Let's see. 327. All right, got 2 copies of that. Same? Yeah. So we got 2 copies of that. Can't go wrong with these. This volume 1 of Uncanny. Cannot go wrong with this. All right. 323. $322. Wolverine 84. $76. Astonishing X-Men number 64. I'm getting there. This one's almost complete, this volume. So, issue 64. It's a very good run, by the way. All right. Wolverine Origins 48. We got 47, Wolverine Origins. 46. Yes, sir. 39. This is a great cover right here. Love that cover. $45. We got 44. $43. What's up, Texas? $311. Uncanny, Volume 1. All right. $314. Let's see. Another 270. I think this is the second print. It's going. It was whew, wife, kids, puppy, all just went to bed. I have a puppy who has a bedtime now. My big dog, she's over there laying down in the middle of the floor. But all quiet on the Eastern Front so far. How about you? How's everything going? 487. This one I like a lot. This is I know it's a reprint, but there's nothing wrong with reprints in my book. But issue 1, Classic X-Men. Now, I think I have a couple more copies of this, but I think this is volume 2 or volume 3. I'm not really sure. I remember for sure the order of these volumes anymore. It gets a little blurry, but good book right here. And we got 153. All right, nice cover with Kitty Pryde on it. $144. You paid off the place? You're kind of losing me there. I'm not sure. Fill in the blanks. Yeah, you got that right on reprints. Believe me, you nailed that one. So that's a cool cover. Very happy with that one. We got 146 right here. All right, now I don't remember this book at all. All right, but I have it. Don't remember it, but I have it. All right, Firebreaker. Do not remember reading that book. I get number 1 or number 2 of Claws with Black Cat Wolverine. You on a farm? I did not know that. I did not know that. That's really cool. All right, we got Wolverine again. What kind of farming you do? Wolverine 72. '83. #1 of giant size Wolverine. Kind of a creepy ass cover. I do not remember Firebreaker at all. It's just totally not. I'm not registering it. I do not remember. Now this one right here, I remember having it, but I don't remember ever reading it. All right. So it's a cool ass cover. I got a decent sized backyard. I'd like to own like something big. My dogs would be running around all day. But we got classic X-Men #7. And here we got the X-Men Annual #2. This is from the Jim Lee run. I don't think this is Jim Lee art, but I could be wrong. We got Annual #2. How much property you got? That's cool. I got a decent sized backyard, but nothing extravagant. I'm real fortunate. I got nice neighbors to my right, nice neighbors to my left. We got this asshole that lives behind us. He likes to bust horns. The guy just has nothing else to do in his day. But I'm pretty fortunate where I live right here. I don't have anybody who lives across the street, so nobody really bothers me. I don't bother nobody. I'd like to get more land, though. Hell, who would? The further away I am from people, the more I like it. You watch the news at night, and you'll know what I mean. Man, you gotta make your own town. You must have more than a little. I remember growing up when I was a kid, the one house me and my parents lived in, it had like an acre yard, and I thought that was great. You know, especially considering I used to live in a town that was very rural at the time. It had lots of trees, lots of woods. You, you, say what, 12-year-old me play in the woods all day long. You'd be surprised how a 12-year-old can do in the woods. Now you can't do that no more. Probably be somebody creepy living in the woods now. All right. I'm going to really make this a short one tonight. That's my kind of neighbor. That's my kind of neighbor. When I was doing DoorDash and Uber and driving my taxi, I drive through neighborhoods where the houses are like basically sitting like this far apart from each other. And I go to myself, I says, why people want to live like that? I don't want to hear my neighbor fart. Yeah, I like space and a little privacy. Although if you do move out too far away, you're gonna have a hell of a hard time finding a baseball card store or a comic book store. So you remember that. I know, eBay. 7 acres would be nice. That'd be nice. 7 acres. Kendrick would be outside all day. Well, 1 acre was really nice, especially like if I remember correctly, we're talking like 1981, and I liked it. I thought it was fantastic. It was a little isolated at times, but shit, I had Star Wars figures, and we had a dirt driveway, and I made the biggest military base you could think of from a kid's perspective. I used to do like they do at the beach. You make sandcastles. I was always got water in the yard because the dirt in Marble Township is like a gray clay. So when you get it wet, it packs real good. When I was a kid, I used to build the crap out of that stuff. I used to always steal cups and things to go over the dirt. And I would stick a clothespin in it to make it look like a gun. I'd play out there for hours in the driveway. Nobody ever bothered me. I had a real cool dog too, so I don't know if I can show. You don't want to see that picture. I was gonna show you a picture. I had a German Shepherd Husky. Awesome dog. Lived 21 years. My old dog right now, she's gonna be 14 years old, and she adapted pretty good to the pup. My wife was nervous. She thought she was gonna eat the puppy, but no problems. She probably just said, hey, you know what? You can do all the work now. You can do all the barking. I'm just going to sit back and relax. What part? Where are you from anyway? I know you told me before, but I can't remember. Oh yeah. Oh, totally agree. Tell you before they came up with this internet stuff, kids used to you had to use your imagination, be creative. You give me when I was a kid, you give me like some extra 2x4s that weren't being used. If I could find something like that, yeah, I did that too. My brother taught me how to do that one. Ah, dude, he was an awesome dog. I got him when I was 5 years old. Kids nowadays, you put them out in the yard, they have no idea what they're doing out there. Kendrick does for about 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden it's like they miss the TV sets and the video games and YouTube like we're doing now. Jordan is forever has my phone when I'm home. Yeah, yeah, that's what I do. Nebraska, it sounds nice. What kind of wildlife you got running around out there? So far in the town I live in, like we get coyotes, come through here, a lot of deer. About a year or two ago, a bear came through here. It didn't end well for the bear. He made it over two major highways, crossed over the highways. Nobody spotted him, and he got deep in the town. And he was really close to the bay where you look out and you can see New York City. And I lived here almost my whole entire life, and I have never heard of a bear being down here. The police had to shoot him. He climbed a tree to hide from everybody, but he was in the middle of a residential neighborhood, and the animal control or whatever it is, the wildlife people, they didn't have no way of getting here in time, so they had to tell him to put the bear down. Yeah, they would arrest you nowadays. But anyway, when the bear got shot and everybody found out about it on Facebook, you had all these protesters on the highway and they were all saying, "We're sorry, bear," with their signs and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my God, would you be sorry if that bear ate somebody's dog or maybe possibly a kid? I've seen one coyote up close and personal over here. I was sitting in my car at like 3 in the morning in my driveway, and I had backed in that day for some reason. And that coyote was pretty big, and he strutted right past my car. My headlights were on, and he was a big coyote, man. You ain't like that guy with all those raccoons, right? That guy that does the YouTube video. He's got like a whole pack of raccoons he feeds hot dogs to. That guy's crazy. He's got like 30, 40 raccoons pestering him for hot dogs. When I was driving my taxi, there was this lady I used to pick up. I don't think her basket was all the way there anymore. She was like in her 60s, and she was telling me she had to hurry home to feed the deer. And I go, what? She feeds the deer a bucket of apples every day. And I turned around and I said to her, I says, "You ever hear that story about the lady who fed the bear?" I said, "You're not supposed to feed the raccoons, or I'm sorry, the deer. You go out one day and find a buck out there." We had a raccoon break into a store over. That wasn't no little puppy. We had a deer one time over by Kohl's in Homedale. They were cleaning with it was a yogurt store of some kind. And they were cleaning it in the middle of the night. They had the cleaning crew come in and they're cleaning it all down. They left the door open for air because it was hot. So they're cleaning it, and all of a sudden the deer walked in, and he panicked when he seen the humans, and he went nuts. Dude, I got to see that video. The deer destroyed the whole entire store. If you look on YouTube, you'll find the story where the deer tore up the store. It's on YouTube. Somebody posted it, so my dog is snoring over there. I thought the lady was a little nuts myself, but like I said, I don't judge people. I try really hard not to because I don't want to be that personal with anybody. I figure it's easier to stay in my own lane. Then again, there are people who have 91 Fleer. Wink, wink. You know, the only good card that came out of that set, I thought the only card that looked good out of that whole 91 Fleer set was the 91 Don Mattingly. That card was perfect looking. The only thing worse than 1991 Fleer in my book was 1990 Donruss. That's an awful card. I wasn't a big fan of 1990 Topps. I wasn't a fan of 90 Fleer, 91 Fleer. 91 Topps is not that bad. I thought 90 was ugly. I remember when Upper Deck came out, it was so different looking with that 89 set. It was really nice looking. And 1990 was so bleh. Still got my cards right here. I got my 69. Let's see if I can get up there right. My Jerry Koosman auto. So that's cool. still got my 1967 Tops. This is from the finest, the Tops finest. This is the chrome Mickey Mantle. The most expensive I've seen out of 91 Fleer is $275. All right, you fill in the blanks on that one. I'm not sure what that is. Is that for the set? I got enough 91 Fleer out in my garage right now. I can make about 15 sets. Mickey Mantle. I seen those sheets before, but the set, it was such a bleh set. I mean, nowadays the cards are all gorgeous. They all look great. Nobody's putting out a bad set anymore. They're all really nice looking. I am not much on football and hockey and all that stuff. Yeah, Kuzman's a great one. Jerry Kuzman, I mean, psh, come on. If it wasn't for Seaver, he'd be the #1 pitcher in the franchise. He would be the franchise. I have horror stories when I looked through. I think it was 1981. Right when you look through the 81 set, and you'll see Jerry Kuzman in a Philadelphia Phillies uniform. Oh my God, it drives me nuts. That drives me nuts. I don't know who picks up more ex-Mets, the Yankees or the Phillies. It never bothered me when David Cone went to the Yankees. It bothered me when Gooden did, though. The error cards are okay. I mean, Frank Thomas is, I think, the big one to get. The 1990, this Tops one. That's the big error one. And I remember when everybody went crazy for the 89 Fleer Billy Ripken. I always thought that was stupid. I would not invest my money in a card that said what it said on the bat. That just doesn't make any sense to me. There's no lore there. Imagine showing that to your kid. When your kid's like 11 years old, man. That's not a really good thing. There was this one guy that used to do YouTube. I lost track of him somehow, but he used to do a really nice Yankee video all the time. He put up all the. I mean, this guy was getting cards from like 1918, 1920, real nice stuff, all graded. You know, they look nice, beautiful hobby when done right. I do not remember the Griffey era. Is the Griffey era the 1990 Tops or 1990 Dunruss? I'm trying to remember what that card looked like. People do not realize how much work it is doing baseball cards or any of the cards. Trading cards is a lot of work. A lot of work. The comic books may be heavier in boxes, but you bust your butt with the baseball cards. That's a lot of work. You're lurched over the desk for long periods of time. And everybody puts their collection together differently. So depending on how you're doing it, takes up a lot of time, a lot of effort. I'm trying to think of some more error cards that were out there. Wasn't there a Sammy Sosa error card? 1990 Fleer. I'm trying to think of the error cards. They're not ringing a bell right now. The Fleer was so ugly that year. That was just a base white with red. You know what set I thought would look good from the 80s was the first set of Donruss and Fleer, and then the 82 Fleer. I thought the 82 Fleer looked good. Fleer didn't do a bad job until I'd say 1980 was 86 with the blue border, or was that 87? Cards take a lot of time. A lot of time. Before I got married and started my own business, I used to be able to tell you every player you could ever think of. Now I can't remember who's on who. I need coffee. We're trying to think of some of my autographs. I got Piazza. I got Seaver. I got David Wright. Jeff McNeil. I've seen some of the Turkey Red. They're okay. I like the base sets the best. And I heard rumors last time I looked. I heard rumors that what's it called? The company that bought Tops out, Fanatics. They were going to buy Upper Deck, and they were going to buy this. They were going to buy that. And very, very confusing. I kind of remember Sammy. There was something to do with Sammy Sosa. Maybe it was one of those cards where you have like multiple people in the picture. Or no, you know what it was? I think there was reverse negative of a Sammy Sosa card. I know they did there was a reverse negative of Ken Griffey Jr. too, if I remember correctly. I seen I never got one, but I seen it on YouTube. Somebody actually got pulled the printing plate as a card. That's nice. The printing plates look really nice. You know, if he was going to flip off the camera, I would have to say I could see Sosa doing that. I could definitely. The man built a statue of himself. I mean, come on. He invested his money in the country he came from. I forget which one of the Dominicans area that he came from, but he invested his money into this area. They built a shopping mall of some kind of shopping center of sorts, and he built a statue of himself in the plaza. Talk about tripping over your ego. I gotta look into that. I don't remember that. It is not ringing a bell at 11:52 at night. It is not doing it. See, I like comic books better because you don't get the errors. You know, once in a while, somebody does something that they shouldn't do, and they pull it back. But it's all straight, right in your face, variant covers, things like that. It's pretty easy to follow. Baseball cards, I think, have made the mistake of making too many subsets. It's really difficult to keep track of everything. No, I didn't read Dizzy Dames yet. I'm about 400 issues backed up on my books right now to read. This coffee's going down good. I remember, I don't know if you're old enough, but I remember when I was a kid, people were still flipping baseball cards. That was a big thing in the cafeteria at school when I was a kid. I was fortunate. My dad taught me how to do that stuff. I forget who the printing plate was, but it was very limited. It was somebody big too. It was a big name player. I just can't think of it. This is going back about over a year ago. I'm lucky I remember what I did today. But too many sets. The subsets is what killed me. I think they're cool looking, but you like to have everything, but they just make so much of it. It's hard to keep up to it. I'm trying to think of some more of my autographs. I got Bo Jackson, Carlton Fisk. I got one of the Yankees from 1965. I forget his name off the top of my head. I got him 1965 Topps. I think he was a second baseman. Bobby Richardson, maybe. The Bonds in the Griffey era. I don't remember ever seeing it. It's been a while. When Hurricane Sandy hit in 2012. Oh, you got to see all the stuff I lost. My garage was like underwater. My garbage cans were filled with baseball cards. All those years of working hard on what I did. I mean, I had everything in order. I had my teams. Each team had multiple binders. It was set up from like by position, so you could see the order of who played what at that position, what year, and when that year was over, the following second baseman for the next year would be put right behind the guy from the year prior. That's how I did all my relief pitchers, the catchers. I did it all like that, and I thought it looked really good. Another set that I liked a lot, 1983 Topps. That was a good set. 76 was great. Me and my brother got that set, and we used to, if I remember correctly, 76 you could play baseball with. You could flip them upside down, and would tell you, base hit, strike out, home run, fly out, something like that. I've never seen one outside of YouTube. I've never seen one in person. Out of everybody in my family, cousins and all that, everybody had baseball cards, includes my brother. And the only person that ever kept up with it was me. Everybody else kind of faded off. Some of them got into some other shit they shouldn't have been doing. Baseball cards would have been a great way of doing it, but they chose to go down another road. Get a hobby, keep yourself out of trouble. You're gonna get an addiction, get one that you can profit off of down the road. Oh boy, this chair is killing me today. Now, I am gonna cut this short because I gotta go take a break. I'm gonna enjoy the quietness of my house. I might come back on, but I gotta get outside for a bit. All right, Texas, if I don't come back on, you have a good night. All right, thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave a comment.